Good morning and welcome to AU News here in Techiman, Bono East Regional Capital. My name is Kwesi Agyeikum. Coming up, President Mahama abolishes COVID-19 levy. Government lays bill in Parliament to legalize Okada operations. Supreme Court sets January 14 for decision on Deputy AG's review request. It's premature to call for the scrapping of OSP, President Mahama. Majority leadership draft bill to scrap OSP, as President Mahama says, it's premature. EC sets December 30 date for Pandai parliamentary rerun. ECOWAS announces tax-free air travel across member states from January 2026. The details. President John Dramani Mahama has officially assented to the COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy Repeal Act 2025, effectively scrapping the 1% levy that was imposed on goods, services, and imports at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. The president signed the repeal on Wednesday, December 10, clearing the way for the levy's complete removal beginning January 2026. The repeal follows Parliament's approval last month as part of the government's effort to eliminate what it has described as nuisance taxes and ease the cost of living for households and businesses. The COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy was first introduced in 2021 under the COVID-19 Health Recovery Levy Act, Act 1068, which was signed into law on 31 March 2021 as part of Ghana's pandemic recovery measures. The levy was designed to support government efforts in restoring health systems, financing COVID-19 expenditures, and rebuilding fiscal buffers. The act imposed a 1% levy on the value of taxable goods and services in Ghana, as well as on imports, excluding items exempt under VAT regulations. Government has officially presented a bill to Parliament seeking to legalize commercial motorcycle and tricycle transport, commonly known as Okada. The bill, led by Transport Minister Joseph Bukari Nikbe, proposes amendments to the Road Traffic Act 2004, Act 683, to allow motorcycles, tricycles, and quadricycles to operate commercially under a regulated framework. The proposed law will also set standards for safety gear, seatbelts, and other equipment, while outlining broader regulatory measures for the sector. Parliament is expected to begin debates and review the amendments in the coming days. If passed, Ghana will revise sections of Act 683 and its accompanying regulations, paving the way for a fully licensed and controlled Okada industry. The move aligns with long-standing advocacy for legalization, championed prominently by President John Mahama, who has consistently The proposed law will also set standards for safety gear, seatbelts, and other equipment, while outlining measures for the sector. Who has consistently argued that the Okada sector provides vital employment for young people and should be supported, not criminalized. The Supreme Court has fixed January 14, 2026 to rule on a request from the Deputy Attorney General's review of its earlier decision in the case involving former National Signals Bureau boss Kwabnadu Buahin and his wife. The couple are on trial for theft, money laundering, and using public office for private gain. The controversy stems from a dismissed application the pair filed to stop the High Court judge handling their trial. In that rule, the Supreme Court revised the practice direction on further disclosures, stating that prosecutors need only disclose materials in their possession that are connected to the case. But the Deputy Attorney General, through Dr. Justice Sremsai, is asking the court to review that interpretation, arguing that bench effectively removed the word relevance without offering a suitable replacement. He contends this could reduce the disclosure regime to mere possession without assessing whether requested documents actually relate to the issue on trial. He therefore urging the court to restore relevance or adopt the phrase connected with the matter before the court to ensure a clear nexus between requested materials and the case. President John Dramani Mahama says it is premature to call for the abolish of the office of the special prosecutor, insisting the institution remains a crucial pillar in Ghana's anti-corruption architecture. Speaking during a meeting with the National Peace Council at the Jubilee House, the president highlighted that the OSP is the only anti-corruption body with full prosecutorial independence, an important safeguard given public distrust in the Attorney General's office. He noted that many Ghanaians believe the Attorney General hesitated to prosecute his own, making the OSP's independence and security of tenure vital. The president also urged the OSP to fast-track its investigations and deliver visible results to rebuild public confidence. His comments follow sharp criticism from Majority Leader Mahama Yariga, who recently called for the OSP to be scrapped. Agyeikum, the office has failed to show meaningful impact 8 years after its creation. Speaker Alban Bagbin has also questioned the large budget allocations to the OSP, saying its performance does not justify the expenditure. Some legal experts, including former GBA President Sam Okudzeto, have echoed these concerns. Moving on, a major split has emerged at the top of government as Majority Leader Mahama Yariga and Chief Whip Roxanne Nelson Dafiamapo have drafted a private members' bill seeking to repeal the OSP Act and abolish the office of the Special Prosecutor. The draft is yet to be formally laid before Parliament. The Deputy Director, Fred Tete, only the 3 candidates who contested the original 2024 parliamentary election will be eligible to participate in the rerun, ensuring continuity in resolving the disputed outcome. The Commission has assured the public of its commitment to transparency, fairness, and integrity as it prepares for the December 30 exercise. On the foreign West Africa, beginning January 1, 2026, all member states will abolish air transport taxes and reduce passenger and security charges by 25%. The move follows a decision by heads of state at the 2024 Agyeikum Abuja in response to long-standing complaints that high taxes and levies have made regional flights among the most expensive in the world. Agyeikum says the reform aims to cut efforts, boost tourism and trade, and promote free movement within the sub-region. A regional air transport economic oversight mechanism will monitor implementation to ensure member states comply and that the cost strengthen regional airlines and deepen economic integration across West Africa. Before we go to top stories again, President Mahama abolishes COVID-19 levy. Government lays bill in parliament to call for the scrapping of OSP. President Mahama. Majority leadership draft bill to scrap OSP, as President Mahama says. It's premature. EC sets December 30 date for Pandai parliamentary rerun. ECOWAS announces tax-free air travel across member states from January 2026. That ends the news on AUTV. Sports is up next with DK Wins.
Well, welcome back to African Union Television on Facebook, African Union Television GH on YouTube. You can join us this morning as we bring you the updates across the world of sports. I go by name DK Wings as we give to you the latest that you have to hear in terms of sports. Hit our sports as well. As you know, today I was supposed to have an off day because yesterday my team disappointed me. Lot. Very, 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 very worried because I was trying to call my manager to have an off day, but because it is not possible. So I have to come and give you all the latest that you have to hear in sports this morning on African Union Television. As well, you know, we'll be going through our local scene for the stories that you deserve to know. And then too, we'll be moving to the foreign scene as yesterday, the Champions League night, you can never forget because yesterday games were so interesting and enjoyable as Manchester City getting his win against Real Madrid, and a lot has come from that game. We'll be giving to you. First of all, here we go. In the local scene yesterday, as the MTN FA Cup run of 64 was taken yesterday, as the remaining match left, which is Kumasi Asantoroko against Future Stars that was taken on. And Kumasi Asantoroko won that game by 2-1 on that game. And now scaled to the run of 32 for Asantoroko, who will be having the draw on December 16th with his opponent to know yet to confirm. Then let's look at the lineup quickly that yesterday Kumasi Asantoroko lineup by Karim Zito against Future Stars yesterday. We have Mohamed Kamara was imposed, Philip Amua, Musa Hamzata, Lord Harry Adabo, Habet Jau, Seth Kwajo, Zachary Fuseni, Joseph Amua, Lord Amua, Walid Fuseni, Peter Amidu. This was the lineup, Karim Zito lineup against Future Stars, and that secured him the victory against Future Stars yesterday. And the goal that was scored by Future Stars, it was so marvelous, unsurprisingly. It was so beautiful to see or to watch yesterday game. Who did not get a highlight have to check on that and get the highlight to watch out the goals that were flowing yesterday against Future Stars. The goal was surprised everybody, as Asantoroko suffered a lot before equalizing that late goal, which gained them the results yesterday. Moving that one quickly to the Division 1 matches. After match, they turn the table in Zone 1A. Let's look at it quickly. Tamale City in Zone 1A, taking the table with 24 points. Royal Tamale United in second position with 19 points. Sankara Nationals, 16 points on the third position. WAP Powers FC on fourth position with 14. Bolga All Stars, 5th position with 12 points. Then Yampa United with 9 points on the 6th position. We have Northern City, 7th position with 8 points. And 8th position, TFS Potential with 5 points. Quickly look at the Zone 1B on their table after match day 10. We have WB United leading the table with 28 points. We have KAC Soccer Academy with 19 points on the 2nd position. We have Wamnatu Mighty Royals on the 3rd position with 14 points. We have 4th position, that is Techiman Liberty Youth, 14 points on the 4th of the table. Then we have Doma Unity on the 5th position with 12 points. We have Victory Club Warriors with 11 points on the 6th position. 7th position is Agyeikum Arsenal, 10 points on the table. Then lastly, we have Lagos Cities, who just relegated on the Ghana Premier League, have 4 points on the group Zone 1D. Sorry. Quickly taking on into the Zone 2 table after match day 10 to there is fantastic, and then it was hard to top that group where we have FC Ashanti Gold, which then was Ashanti Gold, as you know. Now it's FC Ash Gold in Obuasi, as you know. They are leading the table with 23 points after match day 10 with 11 goals. Second position is Supon Fidelity with 19 points. Third position, Abusuan Dwarfs, Abantua and the Pande with 17 points. Subshi All Stars with 4 position with 17 points. Park Academy with 16 points, won the 5th position. Future Stars, 6th position with 15 points. Quickly look at the relegation, who are struggling to come up on top, is Ebony Stars with 11 points on the 12th position. King Fencer, Alaji Gruzane and his boys are struggling to catch up on the top league with 11 points on 13th position. Secondly, 11 Wise, 14th position with 11 points. And UCC Youngsters, 4 points. Police National are the last of the table with 4 points after match day 10. That is the table for Zone 2. We quickly take on to the Zone 3. Sampai FC leading, topping that group with 23 points. Port City on 2nd position with 21 points. Now Golden Cake with 3rd position, 18 points. Nagod FC 4th position with 17 points. Atrim Divisa on the 5th position with 17 points. That table is just 2 points, 3 points interval. It is hot zone on the Division 1 as the Zone 3. We quickly take you to the relegation zone. We have Great Olympics on 13th position with 10 points. Inter Allies 14th position with 8 points. Golden Warriors 5 points on 15th position. And then we have the Great Ambition on the last of the table with 3 points. These are the Zone 3 table. Then let's take you to the player of the month for NASCO in the month of November, nominee for the Zone Division 1, Division 2 in combined. That's the NASCO player of the month. We have Cabra K Jr. of the matches of match 4 matches. Yes, sorry. 4 matches in 4 goals. MVP 2 for Port City. Then we have Ebenezer Accra for Sefi All Blacks. 4 matches, 3 goals, 1 MVP. We have Eugene Asamoah of AWB United. 5 matches, 5 goals, 2 MVP. That are the NESCO player of the month nominee, who is going to 1 days. Then we have the NASCO coach of the month of November nominee. We have Isaac Ni Amoa of WB United. And then we have Christian Loco with Sefi All Stars. And then we have Moses Agyeikum also nominated. And that is their success under the 2-1 on this nominee. Yesterday, we have a fantastic game by our Ghanaian players who are playing abroad, which is Jordan Ayew playing for Leicester City, and then Fatal Ishaku is also playing there. The 2 Ghanaian players yesterday did a marvelous job there, where they helped Leicester City won, drawing against Bristol City in the championship, where Jordan Ayew got a penalty, and then he scored. Fatau Shaku also. And then the lineup came up yesterday, as I mentioned to you. There was a left out of certain players who were not supposed or who were supposed to be in the squad, but were left out by Kasim Mengel. And so Kasim Mengel have an interview with our mother station, Sport FM, and then he said Benjamin Asare was left out because not that he's not qualified, but he's had opportunity already in the national level. So they have so many players, competition, and he has to give them to the opportunity to deliver on the national team. Coach Kasim Mengel said this on Sporty FM yesterday.
He qualified that he's already in the senior national team. And we have a lot of local goalkeepers. So we have to tell some of them to give them the chance because he has already justified himself already. That is our number one. So there's no way we should call him to come and justify himself at camp. There's no way. The person is a regular goalkeeper at the senior national team and we invite him to come to the camp to justify himself. It doesn't make sense. So that's how we left him out. But these people to come and justify them out.
Yes, of course. That is Kasim Menzel's Black Galaxy coach on Benjamin Asare was left out on the Black Galaxy coach squad against Bafana of South Africa, which is the friendly game that will be taken on just within a days to go. Let's take you to the women's soccer, which is the MTNFA Cup. That's the women's MTNFA Cup draw that was taken on yesterday in around 32, and the games will be played on the weekends of December 19th to 22nd of December in 2025. And here are the pairs. We have the Northern Zones FC Savannah will be taking on against Fabulous Ladies, where we have Apem Dakua also be hosting Sunshine Ladies. Then Afini Ladies will be hosting Tamala Super Ladies. We have Jabat Ladies will be hosting Fosu Royal Ladies, while All Stars Ladies hosting Bolga Shape Arrows, and Sarah Ladies hosting Dreams Ladies. We have Arm of God Ladies will be hosting Northern City Ladies, and then Super Ladies will be hosting Northern Ladies. That's the Northern Zone sector, which will be moving to the Southern Zone. We have Cuffless Ladies will be hosting Jonah Ladies, and then we have Ladies Striked will be going away, where Root Sisters will be hosting them. We have Army Ladies against Valued Girls. FC Samates will be playing against Wisdom Ladies. Soccer Intellectuals playing against Sasaramba Ladies. We have Akosombo Girls against Allo Ladies. Apem Peace Ladies will be playing against Infancy Warriors, where we'll be having Azakes Ladies playing at home, hosting Ensanfi Sacred. That is the Southern Zone for the Women FA Cup. Let's quickly take you to Accra House of Folk. As yesterday, I gave you the update about the House of Folk salary unpaid, 3 months allowances, 2 were not given to the players. And he was so burdened and worried for the House of Folk players to even go to a training. And the communication director or PRO for House of Folk, Kwame Opariado, cleared to the air that there is no on, and the only on that they have for the players is December. Only December pay that they haven't paid for the House of Folk players. But what from source that we are getting, the House of Folk players are not being paid 3 months, including allowances. And Kwame Opariado, after days, we hear that even the board has settled a day that they will be paying all their allowances and the debt that they owe the players, so that quickly will be taken there for the players to have energy to play the Ghana Premier League coming out matches that are yet to play. And the good news for House of Folk, as our player Mawuli Wayo, who was missing out the score for did a dramatic. for their game against Bafana of South Africa. That's and for local stories as we'll be giving you this morning. Quickly take you to the foreign scene. As yesterday we have a marvelous games, as we call it, the Europa Nations League 9 who take on yesterday. As already you monitor the commentary and the features that you get to know. The big laps get their own as Arsenal beating 3 goals to 0, and it was a yeah, as Manchester Bayern Munich top with three on the top of the table also have 15 points, where we had a third position, Paris Saint-Germain 13 points, and then we have Manchester City who got their win yesterday against Real Madrid Football Club. And we have Real Madrid 7th position with 12 points, and then Atletico de Madrid 4 points on 8th position. We'll be having Barcelona on the 15th position with 10 points, Juventus in 17th position with 9 points, and the rest has followed Liverpool on 9th position with 12 points. Relegation, Benfica, we have Union St. Galles, Atletico Club de Madrid, Olympiacos, Eintracht Frankfurt, Club Brugge, Werder Glen, and then Slava Praha, Ajax, Villarreal, and then Harit Almaty. That's the relegation for the Champions League after match day 6. And we have the nominee Player of the Week. Player of the Week after match day 6 in the UEFA Champions League. We have Noni Maudeke of Arsenal nominated. And then Julius Koundé of Barcelona also nominated on Player of the Week. We have Cricket of Ajax also nominated. And then we have a player called Dick Carreras of Atlanta Begambo also nominated for Player of the Week. Yesterday, Naudi Madueke won the man of the match after Arsenal beating Club Brugge by 3 goals to 0, where we have Nico O'Reilly also taking the man of the match on the Santiago Bernabeu after getting his first goal against Real Madrid in the Champions League. His first goal, a young child. Yesterday, he was marvelous, and he won that man of the match. Julian Simon also won the man of the match, which is Atletico Madrid goalkeeper, where they were playing against Paris Saint-Germain at the Saint Mamens yesterday. He got a fantastic job yesterday, and he was carried out with the MVP. Pep Guardiola, after yesterday beating Real Madrid by 2 goals to 1, Pep Guardiola got on a press and said his Manchester City squad, their performance, they are yet to do more, and his belief in the players that January going, he will have the players that will have a strength to push for the next round. That will be the knockout stage and the round of semi-finals and to the finals. The players are ready to push for Manchester City to go for the title.
I've been in semi-finals, finals, Champions League many times, and I know what is being required to compete in the stages. But now the question is go through the group stage, and as quick as possible, as high as possible, for reasons everybody knows. And after arriving the best moment in February, March.
So the question is, can you do it? Can this team make that progress this season?
Yeah, definitely. They can. If no injuries, it will happen. Yeah, for sure, 100%. We had the will to do it. The manager is so clever.
Right, there is Pep Guardiola for you after gaining victory yesterday against Real Madrid. That's his exits after the game. It's us as players who are ready, as the coach is clear with them. They will go for everything in January going. That's Pep Guardiola for you. And then the opponent coach Xavi Alonso said he was happy with the players, how they played yesterday. Though the players were trained 3 days before a game. And he said he's happy for that game yesterday. Gradually, the players will do better. Xavi Alonso.
Well, my focus is about the team for sure. You need to deal, but you can't control them. So as far as I can control, I don't pay that much attention. What I can control is my work with the team. How can I help the players? How can we prepare better for the next game? And this is not new situation in football for many coaches. So it's not a surprise. I am not new in this.
But you say today's performance gives you credit to continue with your job.
Well, we continue believing that we can do better, that we want to do better for sure. We are critic for sure because it has been...
That is Xavi Alonso after the yesterday disappointment against Manchester City. He said the players are preparing very well, and the way the players are delivering on the field of play yesterday, everybody saw it. He knew gradually the players will come out on that. And he asked Xavi Alonso on the speculation going around that he will be sacked when he loses against Manchester City. And yet, it's happened yesterday. After the losing against Manchester City, he said, this is not a new thing for coaches. It has been happening when a coach is glowing, sacking, and others are coming in. But for him, it's not up to that speculation. He's ready, and here he is as Real Madrid is ready to do the job.
It has been a very intense game. I think that we know that we are going through mentally we are not in a very solid situation, so that hurts when you get a setback. But we have shown pride in the second half. The start of the game was good, and we know that when you are punished, when you are not in your best momentum, it feels a little bit more difficult. But today nothing to say to the players. They have tried. We will come back because we are dealing with difficult circumstances, with absences.
That is Xavi Alonso for you. Sorry, this was supposed to be the first voice for you, mistakenly by giving you this. As Xavi Alonso said, it's not a new situation in football. Many coaches God not surprise him at all, and he knew the position he deserved in Real Madrid, and he's ready to do the job. As things going up, the boys will come on his tactics. Yesterday, after that lose, Real Madrid players, all from goalkeeper to the attackers, all supporting Xavi Alonso, that they are supporting him. Where did he go by that? That he's supporting Xavi Alonso from A to Z. Rui Alonso said he supports Xavi Alonso till death, as well as to Thibaut Courtois. All the players yesterday message was they are supporting Xavi Alonso. They understand his message. And yesterday, the fans and witnesses what go on the Santiago Bernabeu, despite the lose. Now the unity and the message from Xavi Alonso, it is getting into their mind. And you can see that yesterday, after Rodrigo doubt without having a goal in so many matches, yesterday he did that for Real Madrid Football Club. Arsenal, the Gunners, has set a record in the Champions League in English football by going straight group stage league phases matches without losing. This season has set a record historically in English football. Only 5 English teams in European Cup Champions League history have done that in 6 games. For the first time in campaign, Manchester United in 1965-1966, where we have Leeds United in 1969-70, then Liverpool in 2021-22 and 2024-25, Manchester City 2023-24, and then Arsenal 2025-26 campaign. They are unstoppable, top-notch. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has done a 100 record this season for Arsenal. Breaking news that yesterday, Zinedine Zidane was seen captured in the camera on a VIP seat watching Real Madrid against Manchester City as the speculation were going on that he'll be taking over after the sacking of Xavi Alonso. But according to Marca and El Ticriquito reporting from Spain, saying that Xavi Alonso will be staying at Real Madrid, he'll have no way to go. So those who are calling for Xavi Alonso to be sacked today, I'm conferring here from African Union Television live here, that Xavi Alonso have nowhere to go. He's staying in Real Madrid. Erling Haaland, the bright Erling Haaland, the machine, have 54 games in the Champions League with 55 goals. It seems Erling Haaland, people are saying it, Erling Haaland has taken the Champions League as similar as simple with 54 games with 55 goals. It was unstoppable. Erling Haaland, as yesterday he got his 55th goal at the Santiago Bernabeu. And the Arsenal young chap, 16-year-old Marlene Selmon, became the Arsenal youngest ever defender to feature in the UEFA Champions League yesterday night against Club Brugge, whose Arsenal players done that before, but he has now become the first youngest player to do that in 16-year-old in 103 days for Arsenal. We have John McDowen, who did that before, who was 16 years in 329 days. And then Jack Wilshere was also 15 years old with 308 days. So, Mali Selmon has done a record for Arsenal, becoming the young player. Let's quickly take you to Sam MS yesterday as we saw Atletico Club de Bilbao hosting Paris Saint-Germain, and the points were shared as Sam MS, and it was a terrific electronic unity between the players and the fans at Sam MS. If my MCR will be giving me that video, I'll be happy for my fans to watch, because yesterday it wasn't easy for playing against defending champion Paris Saint-Germain, Luis Enrique. And it was so nice, as you can see on the screen. This was the reaction that the players showed up to the supporters for the points shared at SMS. And it was so fantastic. Holding Dembele, Kwecha Kvaratskhelia, and then Desire Doué, and all the players you can mention in Paris Saint-Germain yesterday. Valverde, as we do call Federico Valverde, former Esto Valverde, former player, former coach for FC Barcelona, hold Enrique yesterday and shared the points as MMS, and it was so fantastic yesterday. Then quickly taking for our last but not the least on NBA. Emirates NBA Cup is taking on, and yesterday was quarterfinals as we have OKC Tenders getting an advance yesterday with a victory of Hatch. Strong one. SJA yesterday has done his work again for OKC Tenders. As you can see on the screen, if my MCR will give me yesterday the highlight, little of the highlight yesterday, OKC fired. It wasn't easy as the match take on this just early morning. OKC Tenders have advanced to the semifinals of the Emirates Cup in the NBA. We'll be having Spurs, that is on the screen that you are watching. That is OKC Tenders in the NBA. SJA yesterday does his things as he normally do in the NBA court, helping OKC advance in the semifinals in the Emirates Cup in the NBA. We'll be having Spurs against Lakers, which will be playing, and then we'll see who will be joining the OKC in the NBA Emirates Cup semifinal. Paul Pogba yesterday, I don't know if my MFR have it. Yesterday, Paul Pogba, a news breaking that we get from the Sky Sports, said that Paul Pogba now has signed a professional contract as a shareholder for horse race, as his lovely game, which donkey, which will always be taking on the race, every race in the European Gazette, and he loved it. He's half time watching it in YouTube. Now Pogba has signed a contract as a shareholder who will be investing into this thing. That's Pogba for you. After he was left out with the cases, we were not playing football, but Pogba was doing things under people will not even know. This Pogba for you. And let's hear the breaking news. Okay.
Football career. It appears
then
that
we
he
end our news
likes watching
yesterday.
camel
If you
racing
have that picture for me,
because he has said that he
the
spends a lot of
chance
time
that
in YouTube watching camel racing, and he
Vinicius Jr.
sees a lot of
Please,
similarities.
Real Madrid. Remember the fans watching me this morning. Quickly look at this picture as my MCR will be showing you on the picture on your screen. This chance, Vinicius Jr. missed this chance. Ladies and gentlemen, the connections of the game this morning, I want you to just say something. How can Vinicius Jr. miss this chance? 1v1 in a goalkeeper. Even the rumor was even down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Real Madrid, tell. Nothing will stop me supporting Real Madrid. Real Madrid fans, keep it up, okay? Things will turn better for you. And Chakra, yeah, 15 into your phone, you basically. That's it. So, they are listening and viewing the connections of the game. My name is DK Wins. Here, we end our update on the World of Sports. We'll be moving to the next program, which is morning show for you as Agyeikum Kwesi will be hosting his panelists on this show. So, have a time and wait us. See us tomorrow for your next. Thank you. My MCR on the day, Kofi Agyeikum Nicholas Wexen has done a marvelous work this morning for me. As you can see on your screen, he has been doing fantastic work. Kudos to you and the production team, Enoch, and the rest. Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye for now.